Alright, so you want to build your own online course website so that you can make a ton of money, but you're not too sure where to start. Well, don't worry anymore, because in this video I'm going to show you how you can build a beautiful website like this one, with a very appealing hero section, some information about yourself, and finally your courses. Look at this, guys. That looks absolutely amazing and very professional indeed, and super enticing for your new students. You can set different levels like beginners, intermediates, and experts. And if you want to start the course, all you have to do is click on this button. And as you can see, all your courses are broken down in different chapters and also different lessons. And then as your student goes through the course, he can mark them as completed. You will see the overall completion right here thanks to the progress bar. And you can either publish free courses or charge a fee and monetize your website that way. And the best part is that you can even create courses using AI. And for this, simply click Create with AI, enter your title and course idea, define the structure of your course, or how many sections and how many lessons per section, and then you can define how many points you want to have and also paragraphs per lesson. Do you want to create quizzes? And then click Create. And voila, your course has been created using AI, and you have all the chapters and all the lessons created for you automatically in just a click of the mouse. And all of that for just $74.50 and a small fee of just $2.99 per month for your hosting. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the very first step is to set up our server. So the server where you will host your website. Now, to be honest, that's usually where it gets complicated and where most people give up already. But don't worry, because I've got you covered with the ideal solution. So for this, we're going to use Hostinger. Now, to make this super easy for you, all you have to do is click on the link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Now. Now, this link will take you to a dedicated landing page that I have with Hostinger, specifically designed for my viewers. Now, from that page, Hostinger has simplified the entire onboarding process. So as a result, it's incredibly easy to set up your hosting. No technical headaches, no hassle at all. And again, this streamlined setup is only available if you click on that link. And it gets even better. I've negotiated discounted prices of up to 85% off. And you can use also an exclusive coupon code MrWeb that will give you an additional 10% discount at checkout. Now, let's click together on this link in the description and let me show you how easily you can set up your hosting. So there it is. So this is the co-branded page that we have with Hostinger. And as you can see, you can save up to 85% of their hosting plans. So these are special conditions again that we have with them. As you can see, I'm recording this at the moment during the Black Friday season. So it's a specially discounted price, heavily discounted price, I should say, of $1.95. The normal price, guys, normally is $2.99 throughout the year, okay? So these are, again, special conditions during the Black Friday. If you're watching this during Black Friday, take advantage of it. Otherwise, normally it's only $2.99 anyways, you know? So to get access to those prices here, all you have to do is claim the deal. And I need to select one of those plans. So we have Premium, Business, and Cloud Startup. So as you can see, it starts at $1.95 per month. Again, normally during the year, it's only $2.99 anyways, you know. And obviously, as the price increases, you get a more powerful server and more resources as well. Now, initially, if I were you, I would start with this one here at $1.95 per month. And then you can always upgrade to the next one up if you need more resources. So like I said, it's normally $2.99 during the year. You know, it's $1.95, a special offer during the Black Friday season. But what you get for that price, well, you get a lot actually. Well, you can host up to 100 different websites. It's a fully managed WordPress hosting, 100 gigabyte of SSD storage space. And believe you me, that's a lot already. Now, if you scroll down the page, you also get unlimited free SSL certificates. So this is very unique, you know. Normally, most hosting companies would charge you between $9.99 up to $25 per year per website just for the SSL certificate. You also get free email and free weekly backup as well. And this initially is more than you need. Now, like I said, if you want to move to the next one up, you'll get daily backups as well, or on demand. And obviously the resources will increase as well accordingly. So for now, I would say use this one here, which is absolutely fine. Click on this button here, choose plan, And now right here, you have to select your billing cycle. So you can lock in that price for up to 48 months, which is absolutely amazing. In which case you save $528 US, costing you only $93.60 for 4 years. Now again, normal price is $299, so this can vary during the year. Again, this is a special offer, Black Friday offer, okay? So as you can see here, select your price that you want. Again, the highest saving you can make is with the 48 months period. And then right here, guys, I have a coupon code as well. So right here, enter Mr. Web all in capital letters and then apply. And there you go. As you can see, now it's only $84 instead of $93. So that means that now you're saving $537 in total. So this is absolutely amazing, guys. Okay, so next, click continue and then proceed to checkout. And once you've gone through the checkout process, you'll be redirected to this page. So this is basically the simplified onboarding process we have in place with Hostinger, which is going to make it super easy to set things up. So basically with this onboarding process, it will install WordPress automatically for us, so we don't have to do anything apart from following a few steps. So right here, you enter your email address and a password. So this is basically your admin details for your WordPress backend. And once you have these details entered, you can move to the next step. And then right here, we need to select the type of website that we're going to build. So is it a business or services, online store, blog, portfolio, or affiliate marketing, or even something else? Now, this onboarding process here will install a specific theme that we are not going to use. So this is normally steps to make it very easy for us to go through these steps. But we're going to make it even simpler than that. We're going to create a blank site because I have the whole solution for you in store, okay? So create blank site. So right here, I need to select a domain name. So let's go maybe Mr. Web, and then let's say online courses, okay? Something like this. And then it's going to show you what's available. So as you can see, there's a few of them here, .in, .io, .me, .com. So ideally, you'd like to book a .com. And like I said, we get the domain name for free with this anyways, you know, for the first year. So click on this and then next. And now for legal reason, you have to register your domain name. So you need to attach a set of information to it. So basically enter your details here, enter your contact details after this, and then finish registration. And welcome to your WordPress dashboard. So everything is up and running now, and now we can start designing and configuring our website. Now you might see this message here on top, purge all caches successfully. There's basically a caching plugin installed on the website. So what we need to do as we build the website is to deactivate it first. Okay, so for this, we're going to go to plugins, find the one that's called Lightspeed Cache, and click deactivate. So this is much better like this, and then we can reactivate it towards the end once we are ready to launch, okay? So now let's have a look at our website in the front end. So hover on the title here, visit site, right click, open in a new tab, and this is what it looks like. So as you can see, there's nothing there, there's just a bare shell, but not to worry, I have the ideal solution for you. So for this, we're going to use Masteriyo LMS for WordPress. So this is a very comprehensive solution that will allow you to create and sell online courses. And the best part, if you want to try things out first, you can get started for free. Simply click on this button here and you can follow along with me. So let's address the price first. And as you can see, it's not even expensive, starting at only $74.50 per year. So this is on a yearly basis, a subscription. And as you can see, this one is for one site. Now, if you're planning to build more than one website, this one is even more advantageous, $149.50 for unlimited sites. And then you also have the Theme Grill agency. So this one is basically the whole package. So you get Masteriyo, Everest Phone, and user registration, and even more. And this one is $499 per year. So again, you can start completely for free today. All you have to do is click on this button here, or you can purchase the one site license for now and follow along with me. So this is the plugin site sorted out. Now you also need a theme for your website. So at the moment, this is what our website looks like. So as you can see, it's just a bare shell. There's nothing really appealing, but don't worry, because Masteriyo LMS also have themes available. And the best part, as you can see, you can also download them for free. So let's scroll down the page and let's have a look. As you can see, you have e-learning, tutor, e-guru, and obviously those three themes are fully compatible and optimized for their courses. So this one here is completely free. So if you wanted to have a look at it and see what it looks like, click on the demo button here, and there it is. So you have a beautiful hero section on top, a few pointers here, our courses, and as you can see, everything looks absolutely beautiful and professional, very enticing for your visitors landing on your website. So this is the one that we're going to use. So we go back here and we're going to download this one now. Okay, so again, you go here on top, download for free, and then save this somewhere on your hard drive. There you go. And now we can go back to our WordPress dashboard and start installing the plugin and also the theme. So let's go ahead with this. And for this, again, make sure that you go to plugins, and then from here, we're going to add a new plugin. Okay, so click on this button here. Very good. So upload plugin, choose file, and then select the plugin itself. So this is the one here, and then open, and then install. Very good. Activate plugin. Okay, so here now we have short setup wizard that will help you configure your plugin faster. So click on this, get started. Very good. So all these steps is basically to customize your online courses and the presentation and how it looks like in the front end. So there is no right way or wrong way. It's just the way you want. You choose all these options yourself and personalize it exactly the way you see fit. Okay, so the first one here is general settings. So we have view mode, grid view or list view. So that's really up to you. Your courses, you want to be displayed as a grid or one by one on top of each other as a list. So again, this is just a matter of preferences. If you choose list, well, how many courses per row, how many columns? So basically you can select any of them, okay? And how many per page in total. So this could be 12, could be 16, could be 9. The only thing I would pay attention to here is to make sure that the amount of courses per page can be divided by the amount of rows that you have here or columns, you know. So 12 can be divided by 3, so can 15, well, basically a multiple of 3, so the amount of columns you have, okay? And then do you want to show the search bar, yes or no? And then next. So next, is this for you on your own, selling your own courses, or is this as a marketplace? So what's the difference? Well, here, this is basically the courses that you create yourself and sell online. A marketplace, anyone can log onto your website, become a vendor, and basically start selling those courses to others, okay? So you can have multiple teachers on your website, and on this one, it's just yourself, okay? So next, so here, that's everything related to the currency. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Step number 5, sample courses. So here you can import demo content. So install sample courses, basically, okay? So what's the status for those? Do you want them to be published or draft? So why do they have this option? Well, basically, if you create your own courses, it might be difficult to know which one are the demo one and which one are the real ones, you know? But otherwise, you can select draft, and this way you know exactly which are sample courses and which are the actual ones. But for now, for our tutorial, we're going to let them publish because we need to see them in the front end, obviously, you know? So I'm going to click install, and finally, point number 6, finish. There you go. So we're all set now. And from here, going to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so click on that, and there you go. So that's done already. And now that this is installed, let's go back to the front end and refresh and see what it looks like. So as you can see, there is no changes at the minute, but we do have a menu section. So if we click on courses, it should bring us here. And as you can see, it looks quite okay already, but obviously once we install the theme designed by Masteriyo LMS themselves, well, it will look fantastic. So for this, we go back to the WordPress dashboard, we go to appearance, themes, and as you can see, these are the default themes that come with WordPress, so we don't need them, obviously. So all we're going to do is to add a new one, so add new theme, upload theme, choose file, and select the one we just downloaded, open, and install, and then activate. Very good. And now to make it easier for us, we're going to import the demo content. So everything will be there for us. And then I can show you how everything works. Okay. So right here, as you can see, clicking the button will install and activate the theme grill demo important plugin. So this is what we do next. So click on that. And then you need to select the demo you want. As you can see, there's quite a few, but the one that applies to us is this one, the e-learning. Okay. So import and then continue. Very good. So as you can see, this has been imported now. So let's go back to the front end and let's refresh and let's go back to our homepage. Okay, so go back to the homepage and there you go, guys. As you can see, all the website has been imported for us. Hero section, a bit of explanation here, all our courses. And obviously, don't worry, we can configure everything top to bottom. I'm going to show you how to do that in a moment, okay? So this is working absolutely fine. So next step is to create the structure of our courses. So we go back to the dashboard. And now, as you can see by the side, you have Masteriyo. So if you click on this, you'll be redirected to the Masteriyo dashboard. And right here by the side, you have all these different sections here. So you have courses, categories, orders, subscription, quizzes, and so on and so on. Okay, so what we need to do basically is to create the main structure of our courses. So in this case, subcategories mainly, okay? And then after this, we can create our courses. So let's go through this step by step. So first, obviously, we need to create our different categories. So by default, you have all these from the demo content. So you have yoga, WordPress, travel, SaaS, programming. So obviously, this might not be related to the type of courses that you provide. So again, obviously, this is some demo content, but what you would do is basically delete them. So click on this and then delete and then add your own. Okay? So to add your own categories, all you have to do is to click on this button here. So you put the title here, okay? So let's say if your website is mainly about web design, you could have maybe one that's called Joomla, for instance. You could enter the description here, and then by the side here we have the slug, so this should normally remain as is. And right here you have the parent category. So what's that exactly? Well, if you want to have categories and subcategories. So as you can see here with WordPress, with programming, so these could be maybe subcategories. You could have maybe web design or web development. And inside that category, you could have WordPress, Joomla, Magento, and things like these, okay? So in our case, we're going to keep this at a root level. You can also add a picture. So this is important, obviously. If you go back to the home page here and scroll down at the bottom, you have all the different categories. As you can see, they all have a background image. So ideally, you should select the same size image for all of them, okay? So let's upload one together. So add feature image. Let's select this one here as part of our library. But obviously, you would click on upload file, select file, and upload your same image, obviously, you know? So as you can see, this one is 792 by 494. If I go on this one, as you can see, they're all the same size. So ideally, to have best result, it's best to upload the same size image, and you can edit them with your favorite picture editing software, obviously, you know. So select, very good, and then all we have to do is to create it, okay? So create, excellent, and now as you can see, as part of our categories, we have Joomla as well. So this is basically how you create your courses categories. And then you have the course difficulties here on top. Click on that. So I think these ones are just basically what it should be. You know, you have beginner, intermediate, and expert. I don't know what else you should add here. Feel free to add something if you see something else that should be inserted. But I think this is basically the essential, you know. Normally it should remain like this. But again, this is really up to you. You can create your own level of difficulties and the same principle. You know, you can add them by clicking on this button or delete them if you want to change them all together. And that's basically all we need to do. Set up our categories, and now we can create our courses. So let's go to courses for this. So again, all these are demo content. So you can either click on one of them to edit the content or add your own courses yourself, okay? Now, there is an extra feature here. As you may have noticed, it says create with AI. And this is what makes it very, very unique. So I'm going to show you how to create courses both ways, okay? So with and without AI. And then you can decide which option is the best one for you. So to create with AI, if you click on this, as you can see, you need to add an OpenAI API key first. So you need an OpenAI account, obviously, for this, you know. So this is ChatGPT, in other words, okay? So again, here we go to settings, advanced, and then AI integration. So these are our settings. We go to advanced, and then AI integration. So that's the one here. And as you can see, this is where you insert your key, okay? So to get your OpenAI key, click on this link. So let's click on that. And then you have to log into your ChatGPT account, okay? So log in. I'm going to enter my details, continue, and then password. Excellent. And then from here, you have to create your key, okay? So click on this button. So my test key or whatever name you want to give them. So in our case, we're going to say Mr. Web Online Courses, okay? So keep it simple. So what sort of project is this? Default project, and then permission all. And then create. So that's all basically, you know, that's all we need to do. So this is the key. So copy, and then we go back here, paste it here, and then save settings. So that's it. That's done already. And now we can close this window and go back here and create with AI. So just to make sure this is working, we're going to refresh the page first, okay? And then create with AI. So step number one is our title. So what is the title of your course? So for instance, it could be, let's say, how to make a website in WordPress for complete beginners. Okay, so this could be the title. And then here we have the course idea. So I'm going to copy and paste this from another window here. So let's say maybe in this course, you will learn how to make a website from scratch, step by step, from start to finish, including hosting, domain name registration, installing WordPress, theme, plugins, and finally launching to live. And then you have the course structure and options. So how many sections do you want? Well, ideally, I would say maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 sections, maybe, okay? And then for each lessons, maybe 2 different sections, okay? So that's basically all we need. That should be enough. And then right here, create course outline only. So if you have a look at this, it's only to create the title of the lessons, and that's basically it. And everything you will add yourself. Now, if you disable this, obviously you can create the whole course immediately using AI, which is absolutely amazing, isn't it? You can get paid basically for just creating the course here automatically using AI. And that's all, guys, okay? So this is quite something, isn't it? So course highlight points, maybe let's say 3 and maybe 2 paragraphs per lesson, or maybe more. That's up to you, really, you know. And then right here, as you can see, a few different options. Do you want to add quizzes or not? We're just going to leave it as is for now, okay? And after this, all you have to do is to click create. And there you go, all done already. So finally, the complete course is created successfully. And now you can edit your course. So click on this link here. And there you have it. So this has been done for us using AI, which is absolutely amazing. Imagine how many courses you can create and present to everyone using AI and make money out of it, obviously, you know. And there you go. So this is our course name. This is the description here. So right here we have the course highlight. As you can see, bullet points and everything, you know. And there's no image and no videos. We can add this manually ourselves. And now let's discover the structure of our course. So if you go to the builder, this is where you'll find all the different chapters and all the lessons, okay? So you can see chapter 1, getting started with web hosting and domain name registration. And then we've had 2 lessons here. As you can see, understanding web hosting and domain names, and then selecting a web hosting provider and registering a domain. And if you click on this, this is the content of each lesson separately, okay? So as you can see, lesson number 1, understanding web hosting, and this is the content, okay? And again, you can feel free to add featured images if you wanted to. So let's go back to the builder. This is lesson 1, lesson 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As we set it up initially, okay? And then if you wanted to see what it looks like in the front end, all you have to do is to click on this button here, preview. So let's have a quick look together. And there you go. As you can see, this is our title. So this is the title of our course. So at the minute, this one is set as free, but you can change this obviously accordingly, you know. So right from here, as you can see, a quick overview of what the course is like, you know. So how long it's going to take, how many students took it, when it was uploaded, what it includes, and right here a quick overview as well, and then the curriculum, obviously, you know. So these are all the lessons and sections of our course. So right here, as you can see, again, you have understanding web hosting and domain name, and so on and so on. All our different lessons here, 2 lessons here, 2 lessons there. And if you click on this, as you can see, it will expand, and you can have access to each one of them, okay? So obviously, to access the content, you will have to start the course. And this is basically how your student can actually enroll in each and every course you have on your website. And this is how easily you can create courses using Masteriyo LMS. So let's go through this together, okay? So start course, and let me show you what it looks like from the visitor's point of view, from your student's point of view, okay? So as you can see, you started the lesson. So we have the logo here on top. So these are all our different sections and the different lessons. And then you can move from one to the other simply by clicking on the title. But obviously you have to complete the first lesson before you can see the content of the next one, you know? So if I was to read this and go through that, and I'm happy enough with that, so I'm marked as complete. As you can see, you have a progress bar on top, and then you can move to the next one. And now you're brought to section 2, here lesson 2, obviously, you know, and then you can follow along all the instruction. And once you're done, as always, click mark and complete it. And as you can see, you have the progress bar here on top, 70% complete, and then you can move on to the next section again, you know. So that's basically how the course works. Super easy to use. Now, obviously, you only have text at the minute, but you can add videos as well and insert all sorts of media like pictures as well. So let me show you how you can customize this to make it even more appealing to your audience. So for this, let me show you another option. So I left this one blank on purpose. So this one, there's no content. So let's go back to our website builder, our course builder here. So we go to the builder. So this is this lesson here, number 1, okay? And as you can see, this one is empty. So let's say if you wanted to add content, there's nothing here. You can use that on its own as well. And then you can create the whole structure yourself and then use AI to create the content, okay? So for this, all you have to do is click on this icon here. And as you can see, what's the prompt? So I'm going to keep it by default. This is basically our title and the word limit, okay? So generate. Very good. And I can see that's been created for us. And now you can insert even videos or whatever you wanted to, okay? So maybe you want to split this in half here, okay? And maybe insert a video right here in the middle. We can do so very easily. Click on this icon here, insert media, and then enter the source. So this could be a YouTube video, for instance. So I'm just going to add a link here, okay? And then, okay, there you go. So this is inserted. And all you have to do is to click update. Okay, now let's go back to the front end. And as you can see, you had no content initially. So let me refresh and see what it looks like. And as you can see, now we have a title, a paragraph, our video, and then a paragraph again. So you can make it multimedia, obviously, and make it more entertaining and more appealing to your students, obviously, you know. So this is basically how you can create your courses. Now, there is one more thing I'm going to show you here is basically the settings. So every course, you go to your builder, this is your structure, and then you have settings as well. So what is this exactly? Well, this is the name of the instructor here. And then you can select your course level as well. So as you can see, is this for beginners, intermediate, or expert? So in our case, obviously, this will be for beginners. And the duration altogether, maybe 3 hours. And let's say maybe 3 hours and 20 minutes or something like that, okay? So how many students can enroll? Is it unlimited, or do you want to set a limit? So maybe only the first 10 people to come to your website will get it for free. If you want to jazz things up, you have the static enroll count. So as you can see, what is this exactly? Well, it adds the additional number of students to the total number of students enrolled in this case. So it's a bit like cheating, I suppose. This feature here looks like it, you know. So if you were to add 200 and then the first one comes and enroll, well, it'd be 201 and then 202, 203. So it might look like that your platform is busier than it actually is. So like I said, this is literally like cheating, you know. It's like telling your visitors you have more students that actually are enrolled in your course. So personally, I wouldn't do that. My conscience would allow me to do so. But anyways, this is available. So I had to show you this. And then you have the end date, enable course retake, password, requiz, and so on. So these are pretty self-explanatory. And then after this, you have the display options as well. So these are pretty clear. The only one I wanted to emphasize is this one here, welcome message for users. If you enable this, you can have a customized message to let them know, oh, welcome on board and happy days, you know. So this is a feature that might be useful to you. And then you have the pricing. And here we're going to define if it's a free course or a paid one. So if it's free, does it need registration or not? So that's really up to you, you know. And if it's a paid course, is it a one-off payment or is it recurring? So every month, for instance, you know. So that's really up to you to decide. And then if it's a one-off payment, let's say maybe you charge $29.99 for this, you know. Maybe it's on sale at $24.99. This is where you set the price. Now, if it's a recurring payment, you also have to set the billing cycle. So it's $29.99 every day, every week, every month, every year. So I suppose usually it's on a monthly basis, but it could be yearly as well. That's really up to you, no? And then does it expire or not? So that's really up to you to select those options here. So let's go ahead with the one-time payment as an example here. And then you can set an enrollment expiration as well. So if you enable this, well, basically the student will have to complete the course within maybe a week or so, and then it will be expired after that. And then you have content drip. And how to use this one, as you can see, you need to activate the content drip add-on. So if you go back to your dashboard in another window, maybe you go to Masteriyo. As you can see, you have all the add-ons that you can enable or disable, basically, okay? So as you can see, you can search for maybe drip, okay? And there it is. All you have to do is basically enable it, and that's it, okay? That's done now. So if you go back here, it should be working now. And there you go. As you can see, the content drip has been activated. So what is content drip exactly? Well, it's very simple. If you go to the front end, as you can see, I was able to jump from one section to the other. And no problem at all. I could open this one and go to another lesson. I can basically jump from one lesson to the other as I see fit. This is basically free flowing, okay? As you can see, this allows the user to free flow of lessons, quizzes, and assignments. Now you can do that sequentially. So sequentially, you will have to follow step by step, lesson after lesson, quizzes after quizzes, assignment after assignment. And you can also have date selection. So you can break this down in different dates. Maybe a certain lesson is only available this week, the next one the following week, and so on and so on. And then also X day from enrollment. So this allows the content available only after X days from the enrollment, you know. So again, this is really up to you to use any of those features as you see fit and as you want to present your courses to your audience, obviously, you know. And obviously you have the complete analytics with your report section here. So you know exactly how much you've earned on that specific course. So that's pretty handy, isn't it? And then also when it comes to your course, make sure that you add a featured image here, so it will display in the front end, or a featured video as well. So feel free to add this as well. After this, click update, and that's basically it. We're done with our course. Now, obviously, you can create your courses manually as well, in which case you'll have to enter all the information manually yourself, you know. So enter your title here, your description, your key highlight, and then select a category perhaps, and then the featured image. And then once you create your courses itself, the structure of your course, you go to the builder, and then you create the main structure of your course. So basically you add the sections. So you click on this button here, and then let's say section number 1, and then you can add it. And right here you can add the content. So when it comes to content, it's quite actually varied. As you can see, you can have text lessons, video lessons, live stream lessons, quizzes, and also Google Meet. So for this one, you'll have to enable the add-on and connect to the API as well, you know. So let's say if you wanted to add a video lesson, all you have to do is to click on this, and then you enter the content, obviously, you know. So where's the video coming from? Is it self-hosted? Is it from YouTube, Vimeo, external URL, or embed video? So that's up to you, you know. If it's self-hosted, you just upload it on your server here. It will display automatically. There's a built-in player with this plugin as well, which is fantastic, like, you know. So let's say, for instance, you have it on YouTube. I'm going to click on this, type the URL right here, and there you go. As you can see, it will display the video automatically and in just one click of the mouse, which is great, like, you know. And then after this, you enter the title. So maybe lesson number 1, and then scroll down the page, you put your description here, and all you have to do is click publish, and that's basically it. So it's super easy to use, guys, like we said, you know. So again, this is just an example. So now let's say you wanted to add some live stream lesson. Click on this. And again, here you put the title, the description. Let's insert the video. Again, you can use whichever medium you want, you know. So this could be YouTube. As you can see, it's inserting it here automatically, you know. So right there, you can see video settings, enable video share, right click, and also live chat. So this is absolutely amazing, you know, because while they're watching the video, they can have a live chat as well and discuss things over on the video and give some feedback, obviously, you know. And then you can set a start and end time as well. So after this, all you have to do is publish. And again, that's basically it. This is how you can easily create one of those, you know. And then we have the quizzes as well. So at the end of a lesson, if you want to make sure that they understood everything thoroughly, you can create a quiz as well, you know. So basically, this is the title of your quiz, and then add new quiz. And then you're going to start adding your questions. So let's add one together. Click on the question itself. So this would be question number 1. Okay, so question number 1, whatever it is. And then what type of question is this? Is it true, false, single choice, multiple choice, text answer, match the following, fill in the blanks, audio or video, and even sortable. So let's go ahead with an interesting one here. Match the following perhaps, okay? And right here, you can assign how many points these questions will earn. So obviously, if you have, let's say, 5 questions, make sure the total of those points is 100. Obviously, you should earn 100 points in total. And then right here, you can have an answer explanation, like a tip to help them out, obviously, you know. And then here is the answer. So you're going to put all your details right here. As you can see, text to text, image to text, image to image. So in our case, let's go text to text. Okay, so let's add an answer. And as you can see, you have the prompt and then matches with something else. Okay, so let's say prompt number 1 with match number 1. Okay, and then add a new one. We have prompt number 2. We'll go with match number 2. And then do the same with 3. Prompt number 3 and then match number 3. Obviously, you put the right answers here, okay? And then let's click update for now. Very good. And let's have a quick preview. So if you right click on this, open in a new tab, and there it is. So this is our quiz, okay? So the title of the quiz, question number 1. And as you can see, this is matching answers. So prompt 1, prompt 2, prompt 3. And what do you match it with? Well, we have match number 1, match number 2, and match number 3. Okay, that's as simple as that. And then you can add as many options as you want, as many questions, you know. And again, you can select among a few different ones. As you can see, true, false, single choices, etc., etc. And then once you've added all your questions, you will go to the settings here and then set the full point. So normally this should be 100, you know. And then pass point, maybe up to 70% would be acceptable, or maybe less. This is really up to you, you know. It could be points or percent as well. So let's say 70% would be a pass. The duration, you can set it here in hours, maybe in minutes, and then attempts allowed, no limit, or you want to set a specific limit, maybe only 3 or 4 attempts, and then after that you failed maybe, or you succeeded, you know. And then you can go to the display settings here, and you can define how many questions you want to display per page, maybe 1 only, or maybe up to 5. And then you want to randomize the questions, so they display in a random order, basically, you know, and you want to show the result during the test, yes or no, that's really up to you. And then all you have to do is click update, and that's it, guys. You're all done and dusted with the courses. So let's move on to the next step, which is to make sure that you get paid, obviously. So most of your courses will be paid, and you want to receive that money somewhere. So where do you set this up? Well, it's very simple. As you can see, you go to settings here, and then right there you go to payments, and right here you will enter your details, so country, state, city, and the address. Save your settings, make sure your currency is correct. Normally you did that during the onboarding process. You have checkout fields as well, so perhaps you want some of this information to be fetched at checkout. So it could be the address, company name, or something like this, you know. And at the minute, as you can see, they only have PayPal. So if you want to install PayPal, all you have to do is to click on this toggle switch here. And right there, they will ask for a few information, you know. So the identity token, live API username, password, and signature. So all of this you can fetch from your PayPal account. Refer to the documentation to find out where this information is, but it shouldn't be too hard to find. So at the minute you might be thinking, well, so I can only get paid via PayPal. Yes and no. So out of the box, it's only PayPal, but I'm going to show you another way that you can use to actually receive payment with whichever payment processor that you have in place. So for this, we go back to their website, Masteriyo.com, and we go to integrations. And right here on top, as you can see, the very first one is WooCommerce. So clearly, Masteriyo LMS is fully compatible with WooCommerce, which means that you will have access to 300 plus payment gateways. So you will definitely find a way to get paid this way, you know. Otherwise, well, it's basically PayPal that comes in straight out of the box. So this is up to you which option you want to choose. So let me show you the essential steps to set up WooCommerce. So we go back here and we go to add-ons. And right there, look for WooCommerce. Okay, so just type Woo here in the search bar. That's the one, okay, and then enable it. And as you can see, you can't because WooCommerce is not installed. So we need to install it first as well, okay? So for this, we go to our plugins, add new plugin. So we can do that maybe in a new tab all together, and then search for WooCommerce. Excellent. So there it is, the very first one, and then install now, and finally activate. Great. So as you can see now, WooCommerce is installed on our website. So you can close this. Let's go back here and refresh. Very good. And now, as you can see, this is not grayed out anymore. We can actually enable it. So use the toggle switch. There you go. So that's done. So now let me show you the essential features you need to set in WooCommerce. So we go to WooCommerce, we go to settings, and then from here we go to products. And right here, make sure to select redirect to cart page after successful addition. So this is very important. And then after this, we go to account and privacy. And on this page, it's actually the other way around for the checkout here. Uncheck this one, enable guest checkout, and check this one instead. So enable login during checkout. Scroll down the page and click save changes. And then now let's set up our payment method. So we click on this one. And right here, those default ones that come with WooCommerce. So this is the one, Woo Payment. So this is their own. So this one is basically powered by Stripe. So you can install it. That's really up to you. But what I'm going to show you is to install your own payment gateway directly from the plugin section, which is much more efficient and also more cost effective. So we go to plugins, add new plugin. Right here, type WooCommerce followed by the payment method that you want to install. So for instance, WooCommerce and then Stripe. And then right here, you have a few different options, and I can go by the amount of active installations or reviews as well, you know. So if you scroll down the page, feel free to set any of those. We know this one very well. So this is the one I'm going to install now just to show you how this works, but it's the same principle basically for all of them. So if you click install now and then activate, excellent. So as you can see now, our plugin is installed properly. And now we can go to our settings. So I can click on this link here or go back to WooCommerce settings. This is usually where you will find them all, and then payment. Scroll down the page and there you have it. Now we have credit card by Stripe. And then if you click on manage, you can then link your account. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So if you go to API settings right here, click to connect. Okay, let's connect to our Stripe account. and then connect to our company account. And as you can see, our Stripe account has been connected fully. So it will import all the test and publishable key for us automatically once this is connected. So this is why I like this solution so much. So now, how do you get paid? How do you connect your Masteriyo courses to your WooCommerce section? Well, it's very simple. So we go back to Masteriyo. I'm going to open the courses in one tab. Okay, so this is basically all our courses. So let's say this one at $24.99, you want to get paid via WooCommerce through Stripe. Okay, so this is an example here. Okay, so how do you do that? Very easily. We go back here now, and then we go to WooCommerce, and we're going to create a new product. So this is all the WooCommerce products, all products. And as you can see, obviously I have no WooCommerce product created yet. So I'm going to create our first one. So let's give it a name. So this is going to be the same name as our title. Scroll down the page, you can skip all of this. The most important part is this one now. So instead of a simple product, this is Masteriyo course, and you're going to select the course you want to link it to. Okay, so this is the one we have, how to make a website in WordPress for complete beginners. So that's the one, and then go back on top and then publish. That's all basically. That's how you can link the WooCommerce product to your actual Masteriyo product. Okay, and then there's only one thing left to do. So we go back to Masteriyo, we go to our settings, scroll down the page, find a section which says integration. So this is basically WooCommerce integration. Right here, you need to enable the add to cart feature. Okay, so that's basically it. Save settings. And now let's try this in the front end. So because I'm already logged in as an admin, so what I'm going to do is to use a different web browser for this. Very good. So I'm using Firefox. So scroll down the page, we find our courses, click on it. And now we can add to cart. And as you can see, it says go to cart, click on this, and it will bring us to the shopping cart. So again, this is WooCommerce now, okay? And now we can proceed to checkout. And there you have it. We have our checkout page. And as you can see, the total owed is $24.99. And now if you scroll down the page, as you can see, we can pay using Stripe. So this is basically how you can add any payment gateway that you want and make sure that you get paid. Okay, so now let me show you how to customize the front end. So basically your header here, hero section, and the content of your page here, everything top to bottom, including the footer section here. Okay, so let's do that together. So we go back to our WordPress dashboard. This time we go to pages, all pages, and then from here locate your home page. So this is the one. As you can see, this was built using Elementor. So right click on edit with Elementor and open in a new tab. Excellent. By default, you'll have the structure here. You can get rid of this altogether. So there you go. So this is Elementor. This is a drag and drop page builder. So it's very easy to actually customize your page. As you can see, all you have to do is to hover on all the different elements. And if you click on this, you can customize everything by the side. So that means the content, but also the styling. And you also have advanced features. And this applies to all the different elements on your page. So the main structure of your page is very simple. As you can see here, if you click on that, this is a section. Inside your section, you have columns, and inside your columns, you have different elements. Now, if you wanted to change, for instance, the image here in the background, all you have to do is to click on the main section here. You go to the styling feature, and this is where you will find the image. So let's replace this one with another one. So click on this, upload file, select file, and I found two pictures online. So you might have to try different ones, obviously, you know. So as you can see, this one, there's a laptop here. We know that the text will be displaying on top, so that's maybe not suitable. So maybe find an image like this one with half of it with the image, and then the other half, no distraction. So there'll be plenty of contrast between the image and the text as well. Now, if you wanted to use a full image like this one, you can also add an overlay layer, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so let's use this one for now. So let's click open and then select. So there you go. As you can see, that's not too bad, but I think that's too busy, you know, maybe a bit too distracting. So what we're going to do is basically use the other image, and I'm going to show you how you can add an overlay layer on top. So let's click on this, upload file, select file, and let's select the other one, open, and then select. And there you go. As you can see, that's not too bad, but again, it's very hard to read the text because there is no contrast between this and the background. So there is something we can do. If you scroll down here, as you can see, you have background overlay. So this is going to help us basically add some contrast between the text and the background image. So let's do that together. So I'm going to select maybe a color. As you can see, this is black at the minute, and you can select the opacity. So basically 0 is fully clear and 1 is fully opaque. So you have to play with this, obviously, you know, a little bit, and you can change the color, obviously. So maybe 0.7, you still have the image in the background, you get the whole idea, but the text is much easier to read. Now let's change the color for something else. Maybe try maybe in the blue shade or something like this, you know. And as you can see, you get a different feel altogether. Well, I think that's actually pretty cool. That looks very professional indeed. So I'll scroll down the page and see how it blends in with the rest of the page, obviously, you know. And I think that's not too bad at all. Now you can try different colors, obviously, and all of that, okay? So then we have to change our main heading here and subheading. So let's click on this. Then all I have to do basically is to change the text here, okay? So just type something that you think is suitable for the type of platform that you're building here. So for instance, let's say, so we could have a website dedicated to learning how to build websites, for instance, okay? And then you do the same, obviously, with your subheading. So let's change this together. So perhaps something like this, you know, and you can even insert, if you wanted to, emojis or whatever it is. And then you can customize literally everything, you know. So let's go back to our main heading here. So let's say if you wanted to change the font, maybe the thickness of the font or something like this, you can go to style. So you can set the alignment to maybe center instead of left or right, or maybe justified, you know, that's really up to you, you know. So let's keep it the way it was. You can change the text color and the typography. So typography, basically, it's a fancy word for font. This is where you can change everything related to your title here, okay? So you can select your font. You can change the size as well. So use the slider here, bigger, smaller. So maybe you'd like to have it maybe smaller like this. That's really up to you again, you know, select the right size. You can select the weight as well. So we're at 500, so that's medium. Maybe you want it to be a bit thicker, like bold or extra bold, like this one, you know. Again, that's really up to you. That's just a matter of preferences. And then you can transform it as well, all in uppercase, maybe stylize it, maybe all italic or whatever, you know. So this basically, it's everything related to your text here, and you can customize everything from here. So then after this, we have our two buttons here, enroll now and become an instructor. So become an instructor, that's not suitable, applicable to us because, like we said, this is not a marketplace. This is us selling courses, so we can get rid of this. So to delete something, all you have to do is to right click on it and then click delete here. That's all basically. Now it's gone, okay? And then we can keep this one. So instead of enroll now, maybe you could have see our courses or something like this. And we could redirect them to this page here, the courses page, you know, because enroll, obviously they have to select which course they want to choose and enroll in. So for this, we might redirect them to this page. So if you look at the web address here, we have mrwebonlinecourses.com/courses. So that's basically the address we need. Just the trailing slash, okay? So /courses. So you can copy this, go back here, and then we're going to change the link here to /courses/, and then we can change this as well. So see our courses instead, okay? So now our text, it doesn't fit properly. So what you can do is to hover on top. As you can see, the handle, you can move this and slide it sideways, and you make it bigger. Basically, it's not the button itself, it's the section. So like maybe you can redirect it in the middle, okay? And that's basically it, okay? So now we have this done. So don't forget to publish from time to time. So that's us done with the hero section. So let's go back to the home page and see if it's working. So let's click on home. Very good. So as you can see, that looks actually very nice, doesn't it? And then if you click on see our courses, it should redirect it to this page, and it does that perfectly. So this is working fine. So happy enough with this. So let's move on to the next step. So it's to change this and then our courses underneath. Okay, so let's scroll down the page here. So as you can see, again, this is an inner section, and here we have columns. Inside those columns, we have two different elements. On top, we have an image, we have a heading, and then some text. So 3 different elements here, and then you can customize its content as you see fit, obviously, you know. So let's say if you have maybe 4 different areas of expertise, maybe you want to emphasize 4 different sections, categories on your website. Maybe you receive rewards, maybe you have something to mention, something of importance to your students, obviously, you know. As you can see, it says online classes, expert instructor, easy communication, easy to use. Here, basically, you have to mention all the features and benefits, mainly the benefits, I would say, you know, to use your platform and your website compared to anyone else. So what would you like to say? Okay, so like we said, our website specializes in tutorials on how to learn how to build websites. So in this case, we could just maybe put here something related to that, you know, maybe web development, web design, programming, and maybe here UI, UX or something like this, okay? So all you have to do again is to click on this, change the title. So let's say web design, and right here you could say maybe perhaps how many courses you have on the topic, you know, access over 40 in-depth web design courses, and then you can do the same with the other ones, obviously, you know. So right here, as you can see on top, we have an image. So you might want to change this as well. So if you click on this, again, this is an image, click on that, and you can select it from the library here. But I suppose you want to upload your own. So you can click on upload file. And now you need to select a file. So where can you find lovely icons like this? Well, let me show you a website. So this one is called flaticon.com. So I'll leave the link in the description below. And you can type whatever you want. As you can see, it says library here. But let's look for maybe web design, okay? And then search. Very good. And you will find all sorts of icons, obviously, here, you know, different types. So you have colorful ones, you have black and white, and so on and so on. So if you scroll down the page, you will find all of them. So like we said, maybe we could have UI, UX, or this could be a lovely one for this. We could have web design, so this could be the one, you know. So feel free to download those that fit your requirements, obviously, you know. So depending on the topic and the type of things that you do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download 4 of them, and then we can change that together. Okay, so I've done that now. So select file. So these are the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's upload them together. And I'm going to select one for this one. So let's go ahead with this one. Why not, you know? So that's basically it. As you can see, this is way bigger than the other ones. But don't worry, you can resize this, no problem. You can go to the styling feature and use the slider here for the width. And then we can organize it the way we want, you know. So let's say maybe 20%, okay? Let's keep it 20. And then we can do the same with the others. And there you go. As you can see, we have our own icons now. And that looks absolutely beautiful. So again, don't forget to click publish. And then move on to the next step. So this is our courses. So what is this exactly? Well, if you click on top, you will find that this is a shortcode. It's actually using the Masteriyo shortcode right here. So how does that work? Well, let me show you. We go back to the backend again. This is why I like to open different tabs. And then from here, we go to Masteriyo. And this time we go to the tools. And right here, you'll find the shortcodes. So these are all the shortcodes that you can use on your page. So maybe you want to display the courses, maybe the checkout page, registration page, student registration, etc., etc. As you can see, you can use any of them basically on internal pages. And at the moment, this is the one that we're using, Masteriyo_courses. So you can customize this, obviously. As you can see, you can add columns and count the amount of columns that you want. So columns equals 3 and count equals 6. So let's say if I was to put 4 here, columns equals 4. And count should be maybe 8. So basically a multiple of 4, you know. So now we have 4 courses across and basically 2 rows. So that's basically how you can do it, you know. So let's go back to what it was. So it was 3 and 6. So there you go. So this is basically how you can customize this, okay? And apart from that, there is not much you can customize from here. Basically, if you wanted to change the color here for your own branding color, well, you can do so. You have to go back to the WordPress dashboard again. You go to Masteriyo, you go to your settings, and right here, as you can see in the general tab, you have the styling, and this is where you'll find that color. So you can change this, you know, just click on that. Let's go maybe with a dark blue, maybe something like this, okay? And I'm going to save that color so we can reuse it as well. And then save settings. And now if you go back here and then make sure that you published it first, you can refresh. And if you scroll down, as you can see, we have totally different color. And then you can adjust this accordingly. So if you go back here on top, now we can change the color of our button as well. You go to style, and this is the color. And then you can paste it here, basically, okay? So Control V, and there you go. You have the same color here. And then you can do the same on hover. So maybe you could have maybe a brighter color here, and then the other way around. So we're going to go with the brighter blue here, okay? Just like this, maybe. A bright blue. Let me select another shade, maybe this one. And on hover, we're going to select our actual blue. So I'm going to change this here, Control V, and there you go. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And again, this matches our branding throughout the whole website. Very good. So let's scroll down the page and continue on with our layout. So further down, what do we have? We have view all courses. So this is a button again. So we can click on this and change the color. So as you can see, view all courses, there's nothing. So this should be normally /courses/. So this is going to bring us to all our courses and change the styling. And again, we're going to change the color. So right here, we're going to put our dark blue, Control V. And on hover, we can change the color as well. And this time we're going to go insert this one and select a slightly brighter shade. Okay, so as you can see, there you go. That looks perfect. And right here, we have all our categories. Now, these are not fetched dynamically. That's basically a design that's been created. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is a column. If you go in the background and check this, it is basically using this picture here, okay? And then we add it here on top. This is a heading, and this is some text as well. So this basically is not dynamic content. Now, you could add them dynamically if you wanted to, you know. I can show you how to do that. Again, if you go here in the back end, and you go to tools and you go to shortcode. As you can see, of the courses categories, you could display them dynamically. So if you were to fetch this and then go back to your page, you could actually add them dynamically. So if you click on the plus sign here, you can insert a section, okay, plus sign, flex box, and we're going to select this one here, okay, just like this, facing down. Click on the plus sign, go look for shortcode, and then drag and drop, just like that, okay? And right here, paste the shortcode. So as you can see, Masteriyo courses categories. So these are all the different categories. They will display dynamically, basically here, which is much better, I think, you know? And then once you have this, you can go down here and delete this one, okay? So just delete that, and that's basically it. Now you can add a bit of breathing space on top and bottom. So as you can see, this is a bit too close to this section, you know? So if you go to your section itself, advanced, unlink this one, and then at the bottom you're gonna add maybe 50 pixels and see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe 70 or 80. Let's try 80. That's better, okay? So now it's up to you. Maybe you want to add maybe a heading here as well. You can do so, no problem. So for this, we go back to our elements and right here look for heading and drag and drop it. So just on top like this, okay? And then maybe our course categories, okay, just like that. And then you can customize this. Obviously, you go to stylize, change the color. So let's go maybe for jet black, just like this. Maybe center it. We go to advanced, and I'm going to add a bit of breathing space maybe at the bottom. So unlink at the bottom. Let's try maybe 30 this time. And this is fine, yeah. Actually, this is not bad at all. And you can maybe add 30 on top as well. And there you have it. And maybe you want to try to add maybe a background color or something like this, either to this section or maybe the whole section itself, you know, so that the courses may stand out. That's really up to you. You have to play around with things, obviously, you know. So if you go here, you go to background, and then you can select your color and then change the color. So let's go with something here, maybe a brighter color, maybe the blue shade or something like this, you know. And this would be absolutely fine, you know. So again, this is really up to you. You don't have to do it. I'm just showing you the option here. So I'm just going to disable this. I think it's fine the way it was. And as always, don't forget to click publish. And there you go. So that's us done with this section now. So let's move on to the next one. So these are all the big numbers, how many courses you have, how many students are enrolled, and all that. So again, same principle, guys. All you have to do is click on it, change the numbers here. So this is a counter, and you can do the same with the others, obviously, you know. So here, as you can see, trusted by. So maybe you have big companies you're working with. You want to insert their logos here. You can do so very easily. Again, all you have to do is click on it, click on that. These are all the images, or upload your own file, and that's basically it, okay? So right here, we have a very important section. So these are the testimonials, our student voice. So initially, this section will not be shown on your website because you won't have any students initially. So you can hide this section altogether, okay? So if you click on this, right, you go to advanced and you go to responsive, and you can see here, hide on desktop, hide on tablet, and hide on mobile. So if you enable this, basically it will never show all together. So if I was to save this, publish, go back to the front end, refresh, then we scroll down the page. We should normally have our testimonials right here. As you can see, they're not displaying. So once you have students coming to your website, maybe you can offer them a 50% discount in exchange of a testimonial or something like this, you know, to tease them a little bit. And once you have those testimonials, you can customize them here and add them. Obviously, you want real testimonials. You don't want to make these up, obviously, you know. And to customize them is very easy. All you have to do is to click on this. As you can see, this is a testimonials. This is the content. Change your image, and then the details of the person who's leaving those details. Okay, so that's basically everything for the testimonial section. And finally, we have a call to action button. So start learning today. Grow your skills. So what do you want them to do? Do you want them to get started, obviously? And this could be linked back to your courses again. So here, /courses/ and that's basically it. So publish, and that's us done with the homepage. All right, so now let me show you how to customize the header section and also the footer section. So back to the WordPress dashboard, we go to appearance, customize. Excellent. So from here, we have two different sections. We have this one here with the logo, and this is our menu section. And there's a small pencil to edit each one of them, okay? So I'll click on this one here to change your menu. So this is the site title and taglines, and this is only visible for those who will hover on top of the tab here. As you can see, it's displaying the content. So feel free to change that, obviously. This is quite important also for SEO purposes. So you might want to sneak in a few keywords or two right here, okay? So right there, this is our logo. So I'm just going to remove this for now and then select our own one, okay? So select. select file, and I have this one here. I have different colors, so I'm going to select a white one for this, and then open. Excellent. So there it is, and then select. So this is way too big, obviously, so you can change the size as well simply by using the slider here. So you can change the height. So let's make the height a little bit smaller. So I'd say maybe, let's try maybe 94, just like this, okay? Now you don't want your logo to be too big, The maximum you would be is basically the maximum height of this button. Basically the same height as this would be acceptable. So the maximum would go here is maybe 130. As you can see, this matches the actual height of the button, so this is fine. Okay, so we can keep it like this. So right here at the bottom, as you can see, this is the structure of our actual header. So I have the site and logo here, so this is the one we just changed, and right there is going to display the primary menu button, so call to action button, and a search feature as well, which is there. Now if you don't need any of those, you can delete them, click the X sign, it will be gone basically. Okay, so that's really up to you if you want to use those features or not. So let's say if you wanted to customize this, all you have to do is to click on the search button itself. You will show those features. You can change the color and the text color as well. And the button here, so this is our call to action button. So maybe you can change this to our courses maybe, okay? So our courses, and again, we're going to change the URL / and then courses as well, okay? Just like this, the same way we had it before. And now we might want to change the color as well. As you can see, this is still purple. So what we want basically is the same color as our theme here, okay? Our own personal colors. So let's change this. So we're going to change the background color first. So click on this. As you can see, you have normal and hover. So we might keep it maybe white at the minute. The way it is, it's fine. On hover, we're going to change this to the blue that we have. Okay, so this is our dark blue. And as you can see, if we hover, it changes. That's perfect, yeah. And right here, again, the color, we're going to change this one for the text. So we're going to go with our own color. So instead of RGB, we're going to select hexadecimal and then paste here the color, the black and the dark blue, sorry, and that's the exact same color now, matching perfectly. So that's basically it. And then we have the primary menu. So here basically it's to select the main menu, but you cannot change it from here. If you click on this, it's going to show you the main menu, but you cannot add these items right here. I'm going to show you and customize that in a second. So for now, just click publish. And then as always, try to have different tabs open. Let's go back to the dashboard and we go to appearance and we go to menus this time, okay? So right here on top, as you can see, you can select which menu you want. So this is our main primary menu. So select. And there you go, as you can see, you have home, courses, blog, contact, accounts. And as you can see, this is home, courses, blog, contact, accounts, okay? So that's basically where your pages are. Now you can add any pages as you want. As you can see by the side, you have all these pages here. So buy a cart, checkout, shopping cart, etc., etc. So if you wanted to add any of those pages, all you have to do is basically check it and then add to menu. And there you go, now you have it. So save menu. And if you go back to the front end and refresh, there you go, as you can see now you have the checkout page. Obviously this one will be empty because there's nothing added to it. But if you added courses, you could access it directly from here, okay? So that's basically how you can customize your menu section. So let me delete this one now, okay? So I'm just going to remove it for now and then save again. And that's just done for the header section. So what's left now is the footer section. So if you scroll down, as you can see, this is it. So how can you customize this? Well, it's the exact same way we did with the other one. Go back to the customization features here, scroll down the page. And as you can see, it will display with a small pencil next to each section. So if you want to change the logo, click on this. And as you can see, this is slightly different. So this is where you can change the structure of your footer. So 4 columns, for instance, widget 1, widget 2, 3, and 4. But where can you customize those widgets? Very simply, let me show you again, back to the WordPress dashboard. We go to appearance, and as you can see, you have widgets. So this is where you'll find them. You can close this. And then as you can see, if you scroll down, you have footer 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So if you expand, and this is where you'll find the content of your footer section, okay? So footer 1. So if you wanted to change this, click on it, replace, and then let's upload a new picture. And I'm going to select a different color this time, purple, okay? Open, very good. And as you can see, that's way too big. So we can use the slider here to make it slightly smaller. And to change the text, basically just type here whatever you want, okay? Footer 2, now you have different links here. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is again a navigation menu. So same principle, guys, okay? If you wanted to change the content of your menu here, you go to menus. So let's open that in a new tab again. And this one, select the quick link. So this is the one at the bottom. So as you can see, account, courses, and checkout. And this is exactly what we have here. So these are our quick links, okay? So if you wanted to change this, again, you're going to change it from here, add whatever links you want, and it will reflect back in the front end. Footer 3 is the same principle. If you click on this, again, this is company. This is a different menu. You go back here, go to your company menu, select, and this is blog, about, policy, support. And again, you can customize this as you see fit as well. And then we have footer 4 finally. So these are all your details. So this is basically text. All you have to do is just to type your actual email address and phone number. So maybe hello@mrweb.tv. And then once you're done, click update. And that's it, guys. We're done now. So just to be sure, let's refresh in the front page. And there you go. As you can see, this is displaying absolutely fine. Now there is an issue here. Notice, as you can see, this is displaying in a white font. So maybe we can change this as well. Okay, so for this, again, we go to the customization features here. And if you scroll down, as you can see, that's clearly white here. So that's not what we want. So you go to your widget here, the small cog wheel here, click on this, and this will bring you to all these settings. As you can see, this is the title color and the link color. So this is the one we need to change, obviously. So we're going to select maybe jet black. Okay, as you can see, nice displaying fine. And you'll do the same with widget 3. And then the link here, the color jet black. And there you go, guys. Click publish. And that's it. We're done with our website. Okay, guys, so now that you have your website up and running, ideally you want to attract visitors and turn them into customers. And a very efficient method for this is to use email marketing. So that way, every time someone comes to your website, you can fetch their email address and send them special offers from time to time. And that way you can turn those visitors into buyers rather than seeing them leaving altogether. And for this, we're going to use OMNISEND. And this is one of our favorite ones when it comes to converting emails into money. Okay, so let me show you how to set this up now. Very good. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go to the plugin section, add new plugin. And right here, look for OMNISEND, just like that. So you have two different plugins from OMNISEND. You have this one here that's dedicated to WooCommerce, and this one is for any type of website. So you can set up newsletters, email marketing, email automations, forms, pop-ups, and SMS. So that's basically the one we're going to use. Even though we have WooCommerce installed here, as you can see, we're only using WooCommerce just to process the payments. So we don't actually have physical WooCommerce products. So this is why we're going to use this one here. So install now. And then activate. Very good. So let's install now. Perfect. So let's go to OMNISEND here by the side. And then now we need to connect our OMNISEND account. So if you don't have an account yet, don't worry. Just click on this button here. And right there, as you can see, you can click on this button as well to create your account. So click on this. And now since I already have an account with them, I can simply log in. So now let's go back to our backend. And as you can see, you need to connect your API key. So where do you fetch that API key? Very simply, go back to your OMNISEND account. And right here, go to your account here on top. And we go to store settings. And right there, scroll down the page and you'll find the API keys section. So click on this one. As you can see, I have none at the minute. So we're going to create an API key. So click on this and then give it a name. So I'm going to type Mr. Web Online Courses. Very good. And then create API key. Excellent. So this is the one. Okay. So copy the API key. Let's go back here and paste it here. And then connect OMNISEND. Very good. So as you can see, you are connected to OMNISEND. So this is step number 1 taken care of. So let's go back to OMNISEND. We can close this now. And now we can create our campaigns and automations. Okay. So we go to forms and we're going to create our first form. This is basically the onboarding process. Okay. So as you can see with this, you can collect emails and SMS subscribers from day 1 with eye-catching forms. So basically this will show up as a pop-up window. And then maybe you can offer them, I don't know, a specific discount or a coupon code or something like this, okay? And again, OMNISEND is a very powerful solution. As you can see here, every 7th subscriber has shown to convert into a buyer. So right here, you can preview and launch. So this one is one pre-built and this one you can choose among different options. So let's click on this one and let me show you. So perhaps it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday. As you can see, these are ready-made templates that you can use to boost your sales, obviously, but you also have different types. As you can see, can be mobile only, Wheel of Fortune, teasers, promotional links, email only, SMS, personal details, even a countdown timer, So that's really up to you, whichever you want to select, and then you can customize it. So I'm going to go back one step here and show you how this works with the other one. So let's click on this, and this works the exact same way as Elementor. As you can see by the side, you have the different elements you can use, and this is basically all the different behavior that you can customize. So then right here, that's the preview of what it looks like, okay? So maybe you want to offer them 50% discount with the first order or something like this, you know, to tease them and get a lot of visitors and drive traffic to your website, obviously, and convert them into buyers, you know. So here, all you have to do is to click on it if you wanted to change the text. So let's say maybe you offer 50% discount on your first, let's say, course, okay? There you go. And then here you can change this as well. So perhaps something like this, you know, enter your email address to receive this coupon code. So this way they'll understand immediately what the assignment is. And then you can customize everything again like this, you know. So if you want to align to the left, maybe center. So we can center it. I think it looks better like this, yeah. So this is an email field. So this you can just leave it the way it is. And then you have the button here. So again, get 50% off. Okay, very good. So this is our first step sorted. And as you can see, different steps here at the bottom. So if you go to step 2 now, OMNISEND gives you the option to also maybe use text messages, SMS with your visitors. So this is another way to keep in touch. Now, it's really up to you if you want to use it or not. Again, this is just a matter of preferences. Now, if you don't want to use the SMS feature, all you have to do is click on this and then delete it altogether. Okay, so you can delete that step if you want to. If you want to make use of it, well, just leave it. Okay, so I'm just going to remove it for now. And then after this, you have the next step, which is the success page. So thank you for signing up. And here you have to customize this. And again, we are offering 50% discount. There you go. So as you can see, as a thank you, you'll find a 50% discount in your inbox. So I'm going to put here a 50% coupon code. Okay, coupon code in your inbox. So they know they have to check their emails now. Okay. And then you have the subscribe as well. So if someone comes back to your website, they already registered, you will see this message. You are already subscribed. Okay. So that's basically it. And then right here by the side, you have the behavior. So audience management. Who do you want to target with this? Form subscribers, welcome discount, and you can select different ones, obviously email capture, mobile, form, etc., etc. So as you can see, this is pretty self-explanatory. And then you can schedule this as well. Do you want a specific start date, a specific end date, in which case you can enable this and set the date here. And then you have the display feature as well. So where do you want to display this? But most importantly, what will trigger the pop-up display? So as you can see, page visits. So the number of pages visitors need to see. So if you want to set this up to maybe 3 or 2 pages, they'll go through your website. After 3 pages, you'll have the pop-up window. Time on page. Perhaps you want them to spend at least 20 seconds on a specific page, after which it will show up. Scroll depth, so maybe once they reach 50% of your home page, then it will display. Or exit intent. So basically, if you go here and want to click on the X sign to exit out of your page, well, basically, this is when you will show. And then you have custom trigger, but technically speaking, you don't really need this. I think those 4 are sufficient. So let's go back to the next options here. You have the targeting. So who do you want to show this to? As you can see, visitors targeting option, all visitors. Don't show to existing contacts. I would highly recommend maybe to select this one, show to existing contact, or target by specific segment. So basically, this one here is to offer them a coupon code when they visit your website for the first time. So this is the one that would apply for us, obviously, you know. So page targeting option, appear on URL, does not appear on URL. So you can define a specific page. If it's just the home page you want to show it, put the home page URL right here. And then source targeting as well. As you can see, Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram. So this is amazing, guys, isn't it? And then you have also UTM targeting. So you have a specific UTM attached to your URL as a trailing slash. You can enter it here, and then you know exactly which campaign is working, you know. And then if you go back here, you have visibility as well. So you can define if you want to display that on all devices or maybe desktop only, mobile only. And obviously, as you can see, it's fully responsive as well. So let's set this to all devices. And then the frequency, obviously you don't want to annoy your visitors by showing this too often. So maybe you can limit this to 1 a day or maybe something like that. Okay, so basically that's all. And then you can also have A/B testing. So here you could have different versions and see which one works best. So this is great as well, guys, you know. So you could change maybe the wording, maybe the font, maybe the colors or whatever, add an image. And then you can test which one brings the most results. And this will be done automatically for you here in the backend as well. So let's go back to our dashboard. As you can see, this is enabled now. So now we can put this to the test. And for this, I'm using a different web browser to make sure that the cache is cleared. So let's scroll down the page. And there you go. As you can see, get 50% off. And I can enter my email address. So let's say david.garrow@gmail.com and get 50% off. And there you go. Thanks for signing up. As a thank you, you'll find a 50% coupon code in your inbox. And now I will receive the coupon code via email, which I can use to purchase a course at 50% discount. So this is one way to turn visitors into buyers, and then you have the automation workflows as well. So let's create a workflow together and let me show you what this is. So basically here, once they registered with you, they received the email and all that, you could have a follow-up email as well. As you can see, welcome email, or perhaps an email and SMS as well. You could have browse abandonment as well, you know. So let's customize this workflow together. Let me show you how this works. So again, as you can see, this is a workflow. So this is step number 1. So this is the trigger. So what is the trigger? As you can see, subscribe to marketing. So once they are subscribed to your email marketing, what happens next? Well, we're going to wait for 1 minute, or maybe you want to wait for an hour, maybe a day, a week, a month, whichever you want, like, you know. And then after this, you're going to send them an email. So this is the email. So that's the workflow, okay? So first the trigger, and then if you want to wait a certain time, and then the email. And then right here, you can customize the content of the email. So let me show you how you can customize this as well. So if you scroll down, this is basically the content. Now, if you want to customize this, all you have to do is click Edit Content, and then you can start customizing the content right here using all these elements. As you can see, you have text, button, videos, images, etc., etc. So it's a very powerful tool, guys, okay? Very, very powerful indeed. So let's say if I wanted to change the logo here, I can replace this and use my own, okay? So I'm just going to use the one here, maybe Mr. Web. And once you're happy enough with the content of your email, you can send yourself a test email, okay? So let's send ourselves a test email here. So I'm going to send it to myself, send, and then you can go to your mailbox and make sure it's displaying fine. Excellent. So this is the email we received. And as you can see at the bottom here in the footer, all those details were added dynamically. So basically here you can use different variables like this, you know, account name, account address, account city, account country. So you can use them as well here and customize this as you see fit, okay? And then once you're done, click finish editing. And then once you're happy enough, start the workflow. And then finally, you have your campaigns as well. So this is again to increase conversion rate. So you could have maybe special offers or something like this throughout the year to convert more of your subscribers into buyers. So how does this work? Click on create campaign. So in this case, let's create an email campaign and then type the subject line. So maybe discounted courses or something like this that you want to promote, you know. So you put the sender's name. So this is yourself. And then you can have a pre-header and the campaign name. So here I'm going to put maybe a special offer, okay? And then on top here again, as you can see, you can use variables. So discounted prices, let's say 4. And then you could use the person's name. As you can see, you have contact, maybe the name, okay? And the surname. So maybe discounted courses for David. So this is more personal, obviously, you know. And then we're going to choose an email template after this and then choose any of them. So let's go maybe with this one here. Okay, so you can use that template and then you can customize it the exact same way we did. So now the steps are the exact same basically. And once you're happy enough, you can save and choose your recipients. And that's basically the list of subscribers that you have. As you can see, I only have 3 here in this test account, you know. And if you're happy enough, all you have to do is to review the campaign after this. And if you're happy enough, you just go send now. And that's basically it, guys. You're going to send this to everyone, to all the people on that list, and they will all receive the same email with their own name and customized subject line as well.